Hello lady bloggers! In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the Sharpie method in dyeing your Alya wig. Many other cosplayers will realize that there isn't a very good wig you can just buy to work for this character. So we all just have to pull up our sleeves and use some elbow grease to make our own. Here are the things you'll need. A wig head that you don't mind getting dirty, lots of paper towels and plastic bags, 70% rubbing alcohol, hair clips, Sharpies, X-Acto knives, pliers, a spray bottle, and your wig. First, you're going to take a Sharpie and basically break it open with the pliers to get the ink cartridge that's inside. Then you're going to want to take a smaller pair of pliers and pull out the tip because it also has some ink that you can use. You're going to want to get as much ink as you can. You're going to use an X-Acto knife to cut open the plastic casing of the ink cartridge. It should look like this when it's open. You're going to drop those two into a bottle and pour in some 70% rubbing alcohol. You're going to do a much better job than I did with pouring this in. Repeat with the other marker. You can already see some of the ink saturating. Fill the rest of your bottle and you're going to leave this for at least 24 hours to get most of the ink out. Personally, I left it for a week just because I didn't have enough time to dye the hair right away. Alya's hair is darker at the top, so that means we'd be dyeing the top few wefts. This means when you're parting the hair, you're going to separate it in half and leave the bottom half alone. This will give it the ombre effect. The easiest way to part a wig is following the wefts. To make sure that the bottom half of the wig doesn't get dyed, I put it in a braid and rolled it up so that I wouldn't spray it. Make sure you guys follow us on Instagram at Cosplay to see behind the scenes footage. A week later, after we had set the dye, Cassidy came over to help me out. We set up my wig on a wig head and a music stand in my garage. To get started, I separated the bangs from the rest of the hair. The top layer is pulled up into a ponytail where the bottom half that I wanted to keep away is rolled up and wrapped in saran wrap. I started by dyeing the bangs first. After spraying from the top down, I used a comb to brush out the dye. This did lead to some of the dye dripping onto the floor, but it's okay, that's what the garbage bags are for.
It's not as dark as I wanted it to be, and that kind of upsets me.
Hey, at least you don't have to be like me and have to style my tracer wig.
Oh.
Moving on to the back, I parted the hair in 3 different sections. When dyeing any wig, you're going to want to go section by section, weft by weft, to get the best results. This part is pretty meticulous because you're going to want to part the section and section off the part. For Alya specifically, you're going to want to concentrate the dye at the top where her roots are. Again, following the wefts of the wig makes it easier to section off the hair. This allows you to get all the coverage you need.
When you're brushing the hair, make sure you start from the top and move down. This moves all the excess dye to the bottom of the hair, creating that ombre effect.
Look at the difference. There's a slight difference.
This is how the wig looked after the first layer of dye. Since I still had half a bottle left, I used the rest of the dye to concentrate the very top and roots of the wig. When I only had a little bit left, I parted the bangs because Alya has a center part, and concentrated the rest of my dye down the center of the wig. This is how the wig looked once it was completely dry. As I said before, it was lighter than I thought it would be and I wasn't happy with it. So I went back and bought 2 more Sharpies. This time I bought 1 black and 1 brown. Hopefully this would make the wig darker. A few days later, Cosplay met up for a cosplay workshop. There I finished my wig at Arlene's house.
This time I took a very small section from the top. I used the darker color dye, which worked very well to get the color I was looking for. Following the same method, I concentrated the dye at the base of the wig. My wig was designed to have the layers circle up at the top of the head. Following this pattern, I worked from the outside in, dyeing the outer layers first, then going into the center. Add some finishing touches using whatever was left in the bottle. And we're done.
Beautiful.
Take a look at this one. This was so
Wow.
big for it.
Wow. Beautiful.
Thanks for watching. I hope this tutorial was helpful. Make sure you guys subscribe to Can's Cosplay on YouTube and also follow us on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and Facebook.